Hey traders, Steve here from Jackrabbit Trader, and in this video we're going to take a look at some trade alerts for Saturday, November 2nd, 2019. First things first, let's run our scan. And again, if you're not familiar with this, head on over to jackrabbittrader.com/weekly process. I go through that extensively in one of our lessons. But when we run the scan for our charts, we came up with 122 names in the S&P 500 that meet our long-term uptrend criteria that are shown here. I've gone through those names and pulled out about 10 or 15 or so that are setting up based on my process and my criteria, and I wanted to share those with you, and we'll go through those real quick now. So first one, ADM. Okay, ADM is actually breaking out of a downtrend. Okay, so you could see that right here, the downtrend that was in place, for the most part since the end of last year. But what I'm looking at now is that we've pulled back and now are breaking back up to the upside. So again, we're going to follow the existing or the chart, the current bar, and we're going to follow it back, find the low. All right, that's right here around 39.63. All right, and then continue back, find the most recent high, that's around 41. Therefore, we draw our box in between, and our stop becomes the support level of that box, which is again 39.60. So here we are breaking out to the upside. Have a couple wicks where the price had gone those weeks, but ultimately closed in different locations. But the next level of resistance that I see is right here, around this 43.60 level, and then you have 44.85. So you have a couple dollars to the upside. Then who knows where it goes from there. But this is a quick short-term trade, trying to get back up 43.60, maybe up to 44.85, all while paying you a 3.3% yield. And earnings on this one have passed. They were actually on Halloween, so it looks like Thursday. So clear on that one. ADM. I'm sorry, that was ADM. Now we're in AMD. All right, tech name breaking out to the upside. You can see that we've talked about this before, but this 34 level has acted as resistance, 28.75 as support. Here's that consolidation in that range, and now breaking out to the upside. If we go head on to a longer term chart, 10-year monthly, you can see that we have no obvious targets above. So this would be one that we would, fairly wide stop, about $6 on a $34 stock. So this is one that we would, if we were trading it in the Jackrabbit Club, would take a starter position here, size the position accordingly, hopefully get a much tighter consolidation, and then a new breakout. Look to add to that trade on a new breakout. But again, for right now, breaking out to the upside, and again, according to Thinkorswim, the earnings were on the 29th. AME, all right, I am currently long AME from a few weeks ago, but here it is breaking to the upside, and you can see a new stop level. All right, so this was one that we took, okay, back here, and I'll actually show you the trades. Okay, so here was our first buy. Came back down, pulled back, went back up to that same high. We were able to trail stop up to 83.23. And now here we are consolidating right at the top of the range. New breakout and a new stop level at 87.66. So I'll go over that with members, how we're going to handle that. But again, if you are familiar with my e-course, you should know exactly how we're going to handle that by adding to that position. A little hint there. But AME breaking to the upside, new stop 87.66. Amgen, all right, a little bit of a sloppier pattern here. Obviously, there's a couple different areas that you can use. This 188.76 works. You could also probably use a little bit more of a tighter stop right around this 194.77. But ultimately, again, following the stock back, here's the lows. Okay, here are the highs. Draw the box in between it. Consolidation, break out to new highs, probably on earnings this week. But Amgen, a healthcare name, paying a 2.66% dividend, breaking to new highs. And again, let's just check the longer term chart. No obvious targets above. Okay, so that would be one you can grab and use a stop around 195. Brown-Forman Corp, BF/B in Thinkorswim. You could see here's how in an ideal world, here's how a trend, a reversal pattern works. Okay, especially on the weekly. Downtrend in play, consolidation, breakout to new highs. Okay, comes back up to recent resistance and uses that resistance, pulls back, breaks out, then pulls back. Previous resistance becomes new support, and off to the races you go. So here we are looking at it from a uptrend perspective, but here's your uptrend. Consolidation, again, find the lows, find the highs. Pretty much like that. Okay, nice tight stop here. Again, we're using closing stops right around that 62.50, breaking to new highs, and that one is a consumer staples. Remember, if you watched the previous video, you know the staples aren't necessarily performing the best. The XLP, right, just in a consolidation, so just take it with a grain of salt. That BF/B is also in that same sector. Usually they follow suit with their sectors. If the sector is consolidating, then there may not be much room to the upside in BF/B, but there's always those outliers. Let's clear this. This is Berkshire Hathaway, the B class shares, because if you can afford the A class, you're probably not watching my videos. But consolidation, slight uptrend. All right, and this is one that what I'm more interested in, instead of that small consolidation, is the break of this downtrend line. Okay, so break of the downtrend line. Of course, we're going to have some upside targets in play. One right here around 218.50, another one up here around 222. But breaking that downtrend, maybe we're going to get some legs to the upside. All right, and see how we handle 218.50. 222 stop level in play for me would be this 205, 206 area. All right, so as long as it stays above those levels, then I would like to be long Berkshire B. No dividend yield on that one. And again, just make sure you're checking the earnings, because this one is actually listed as 11/2, which is today. Well, actually, I'm doing this video on Friday, so it's actually Saturday. I do believe actually Berkshire does report earnings on Saturdays, so just be careful if you want to take that trade. Make sure that you're understanding what transpires over the weekend with that earnings report. CBRE, okay, uptrend in play, consolidation. Here's your support level right around that 49.25 level. All right. Breaks out to the upside, and again checking on longer term charts, no upside targets. So there you go, right? A tight $5 or $6 stop, and let's see how that one works. Real estate name earnings are actually on 11/6, so that's probably one we would not want to be trading going into next week with earnings so close. But that's the setup if you're into that kind of thing. CRM. Okay, let me just check on earnings in this. This is the 20th. All right. So why are we liking CRM? Well, again, just breaking this downtrend line with some authority. Cancel that right extension. You can see here that we also have a very nice tight consolidation in the works. Support level right around 143.95. First stop level is going to be, first target level is probably, I shouldn't say target. First resistance level is going to be right around this 161 area, and you could see if we actually extend it to the left a little bit more, it hits back here in October of last year, 166. But this one may have some juice to get up to the upside. And again, if we can get past those levels, we would be breaking all-time highs. So for this name, could be a good starting position. Facebook, all right. Let's see, what do we got? Facebook, here's your consolidation. Okay, you're in an uptrend. Oh, wrong tool. Okay, so this was trending higher, all right, broke the downtrend or the uptrend, consolidated, and now maybe looks like it wants to start another leg higher. And that's one of the things with the weekly chart. These patterns take some time to play out. This has been over the course of 4 months or so. So there's your support level. First target going to be back to the highs. This is a pullback trade in my opinion, where you've come down, established a low. Now you're looking to rotate back up to the upside. So 205 would be my first level. 210, and if you want to call the wick of this bar a third level, 218. But let's see how it works. And again, if you zoom out to a monthly chart, you'll see that over that course of that monthly chart, this thing has trended very nicely and is now in the upper range of a much larger consolidation pattern. Okay, and here is that pattern right here, and potentially even a inverse head and shoulders pattern, which, not to get too technical, but there's the left shoulder, the head, and potentially somewhere over in this area, the right shoulder, which if you extrapolate that to the upside would give you from 195 to 130. So that's about $65 on top of 95 is about 260. So it'd be a target of around 260 if this is truly a inverse head and shoulders pattern. So not a bad trade there. Let's get back to our weekly. Clear this drawing set. So we're looking at it. So as we said in our earlier video, the industrial names had a strong week. Lots of names moving to the upside. Here's the consolidation in Ingersoll Rand. There's your stop level. We've blown through the first target right around this 127. Looking at it from a longer term perspective, break to new highs, nothing really in its way. So this is a great opportunity to get long a very good industrial name, paying a very small dividend, 1.65%. MMC, similar situation, a financial name instead, but actually let's just clear this real quick so you can see it. But here's the consolidation. Okay, nice move this week. I'm assuming was on earnings. 95.50 is the stop, as you can see, holding the bottom of the box. Upside breakout. Take a look at it on a longer term perspective. Breakout to new highs. That is one that looks good, and a financial paying 1.75%. STI, one that I am also long and have been. We got in, and this is kind of what I was talking about on AMD, right? This was a very wide stop, very small position for me, $3,600 or so. And now here it is consolidating, breaking out again. My first target is up here at 73.20, but now I will be able to move my stop up to this bottom of this box around 66.43, add to my position, increase the position size, and then look to take half of it off if we can get up to that 73, 74 level. All right, paying 3.21%. STX, okay, uptrend in place. Here is, again, let's follow it back, find the lows right around 51.50, find the most recent high right around 56. Draw the box. All right, so this actually did break out last week. I don't think we alerted to this one last week though, but if not, here's another opportunity to get long. STX, first target was going to be up here around $60, but you could see how these just very simple patterns they play out, and some of the names that we alerted to last week are really moving well. So definitely check these out if you're into trading the weekly chart. And here we go with Thinkorswim. Thermo Fisher. All right, again, go back, find the lows right around 281, find the highs right around 297, and you could even make the case that this was in a little bit of a pennant pattern, right, where it was just trading in this range here, a little bit of a squeeze play. All right, breaking to the upside. For me, my stop will go here at 280.47. All right, breakout to new highs, and again, let's check it on the monthly real quick, but you could see a breakout to all-time highs on the monthly as well. So we're past the highs around 300. Let's see if that can move, and again, a healthcare name. So those are the stocks for this week. And again, if you're interested in seeing how we trade them, head on over to jackrabbittrader.com/membership and come join us inside the Jackrabbit Club. All right. Other than that, set your stops and manage your positions accordingly. Remember, stop predicting and start reacting. And we'll talk to you next time. Take care.